Today we'll discuss about Java fundamentals. Regarding this, we will start with the design goal behind Java programming language. Then we'll move on to architecture of Java. Regarding design goal, Java programming language was designed to be platform neutral language. So there was a need for moving away from OS specific compilers into OS independent compilers. So that will make a programming language as portable as well as platform independent. Java programming is a platform independent programming language. In Java architecture, so if you want to develop a Java program, we can go with a simple text editor, probably a notepad like that. So we can create a Java file and you can save it as with an extension .java. So once we have a Java source code with you, there is a Java compiler that translates our Java code into an intermediate file format. We call it as a bytecode. So once the bytecode is generated by a Java compiler, we can able to run the bytecode in any platform which contains a Java runtime environment. So inside the runtime environment, we have a class loader which is going to load our class files as well as the built-in classes. Then there is a bytecode verifier that is meant for checking the bytecodes. Then there is a Java virtual machine, we call it as JVM. So once again, JVM is a software which contains a Java interpreter, just-in-time compiler and the runtime system. So here the role of Java interpreter is it translates bytecode into a machine code on line-by-line basis. Then there is something like just-in-time compiler, so which is going to translate a bunch of frequently used bytecodes into machine code. So just-in-time compiler which helps Java application to run faster. Then the runtime system internally communicate with operating system and the respective hardwares. Now we'll get into step-by-step process of how Java program is being compiled and executed. So in step 1, we'll create a Java source file with the help of a simple text editor and we can save the file as .java extension. So once we have a .java file with us, then the next step we have to compile the source code. Then the compiler generate a file with an extension .class. We call it as bytecode. Once we have .class file with us, then we can able to run the bytecode. So during the execution, the first step is your bytecode has to go through a class loader. So inside the class loader, it loads our own class files with library classes into the memory for the execution purpose. Then the bytecode verifier simply check all the bytecodes whether they are following the Java security restrictions. Suppose if the bytecode is modified, then the bytecode verifier does not allow the bytecode to run on our machine. So this is how Java ensures the security of the bytecodes. Once the bytecode is verified by the bytecode verifier, then the bytecodes will be given to JVM. So JVM simply converts the bytecodes into the corresponding machine code for execution. So these are all the 5 steps to be carried out whenever we try to compile and run the Java file. So here I have a detailed description with the commands which we use to compile and run the file. So for creating a Java file, you can go with an editor. You can save it as something like welcome.java file. Then for compiling the Java file, there is a command javac. So javac command indicates you are going to invoke Java compiler. So javac, then the file name. That should be given as a command in the console. Then the compiler will generate a .class file with a name welcome.class for the given class. The next step, the class loader is going to load our .class file into the main memory. Then the bytecode verifier is going to check the Java security restrictions. Then execution is carried out by JVM, so which is a combination of interpretation and just-in-time compilation for converting the bytecode into machine code. So here the interpreter performs line-by-line conversion of bytecode into machine code, and just-in-time compilation performs the bunch of bytecode which are frequently executed inside the application into the machine code. And here the command for executing a Java file is Java, then the class name, Java command, then welcome. Here for the example, here we have taken welcome as a class name, so Java, there should be a space, then welcome. So this is for executing a Java file. Now we'll discuss about Java virtual machine. So whenever we compile our Java source code, we'll get the bytecode as a result. And the bytecodes are being executed by the JVM. So inside the picture, we have a single compiler for all the operating system in Java, and for executing the bytecode, we need a separate JVM on every operating system. So here JVM is platform dependent and the compiler is platform independent. So in general we say Java is a platform independent language, but internally Java compiler is platform independent, but JVM is a software which is going to execute your bytecode, which is always platform specific. So for executing a Java program, we need a JVM software which is installed on every platform, because JVM will differ for each platform. So we can download it. We can download a JVM software for each and every operating system. But in general, JVM supports or JVM interpret same Java bytecodes. So here there are some key points regarding class loader. So the class loader will stand as a security standpoint, and it ensures the mobility of the bytecode. Inside the class loader, we have something like a bootstrap class loader, which is responsible for loading the classes. And with the help of Java class file, we call it as a bytecode, which is designed to be platform independence, and that also supports the mobility in the sense moving the bytecode from one machine to another machine, and you can able to run it on different platform. So the class file is a binary file that has the ability to run on any platform. So here the class file is compiled and to target a JVM. It is not going to target your operating system. So class file is designed to target a JVM, but independent of underlying or operating systems. Now we'll discuss about the language basics in Java. So we'll start with a simple Java program um, for printing a line of text. So for creating simple Java program, we have to start with a class in Java. So here we have created a class, public class welcome. So here welcome is a class name, class is a keyword, and public is also a keyword. So here class keyword is meant for creating, we are going to create our own class. Then inside the class I have created a main method, so which is an entry point of a Java application. So the main method should be always in this format. It should be public, it should be static, and the return type should be void, the name should be main, then the argument should be arrays of string. And inside the main, I have used a statement for printing a line of text, system.out.println. So here system is a class, out is a reference for the class, and println is a method. So for creating this file in a notepad, you can open a notepad and you can type these things. You can type these 3 lines, then you can save it as welcome.java. Then for compiling it, there is a command javac welcome.java, and for executing the file, java welcome. So inside this code, the keywords like public and static, we'll discuss it later. So we'll see how to run this file on a notepad. Then I will show the demonstration of how to run this file on Eclipse IDE. So in my desktop I have created a folder week 1. I'm going to create a file welcome.java. So I have created a welcome.java file. Then I'm going to type the entire Java code. So I have created a class welcome. I have to change the font size. Okay, I have a class welcome. I'm going to create a main method. So the main method should be always in the format public, static, and void main. And the argument of main method should be always arrays of string. Then inside my main, I'm going to print a line of text. So I'm going to print welcome. So this is how we have created this file, welcome.java. So this is a file and this is a directory. So now you can open a command prompt and you can move to the respective directory. So my folder is in desktop and my folder name is week 1. So for compiling Java file, we have a command javac, and the file name is welcome.java. So here I'm getting the error Java is not recognized. So if you are getting error like that, you have to set up a path. So for setting a path, there is a command set path. Then the value should be your Java installation directory up to the bin folder. So now I have set up a path, so which means that inside the bin folder we have a Java compiler. Now I'm going to use the same command javac welcome.java. Now if you look at the directory, where you can find one more file is being generated with the help of a compiler, that is welcome.java, welcome.class file. So this is a bytecode generated by the compiler. Now we'll see how to run it. So for executing this file, there is a command java, then you can give the class name java welcome, then the program is being executed, welcome is printed on the console. Now I will show that how to do that inside the Eclipse IDE. So inside Eclipse, you can create a Java project. So you have given sample as a project name. So inside this sample, you can right click on src and create a class, and the class name is welcome. So the template is being generated inside the Eclipse. Now I'm going to create a main method. I have added a main. I'm going to add a print statement. It is going to print a text welcome. Welcome to Java. For executing this, there is a play button. You can click on it and it is being printed on the console. So this is a simple Java program for printing a line of text. Now we'll move on to language basics. So we discussed about setting up the path and all, and for compiling the Java file we have used the command javac welcome.java, and for executing the file we have used java welcome, then welcome is getting printed. Okay, now there is a question for you. So here I have a Java file sample.java which contains three classes, class A, class B and class C. The question is, after the compilation, how many dot class file is generated, right? So in Java, for every class a corresponding dot class file is generated by the compiler. So for the given case, whenever you have a class named as A, then A dot class will be generated, B dot class, then C dot class is generated. For every class, there is a class file is being generated by Java compiler. So what would be the result if you try to execute the given code? So if you look at the code, we have created a class sample, then we have created a main public static void main, and there is a print statement. So here there is a problem with the main method should always contain the argument arrays of string. Here the arrays of string is missing, right? Then this is not the typical Java main method. It is being treated as a normal Java method. It is not the main, right? So this code is getting compiled successfully, but when you try to run, you will get the runtime error. The problem is there is no standard Java main method inside the main. So in case of a standard Java main, there should be a string of argument. So this method will not run automatically. You will get the runtime error. Apart from that, for the main method, always have the argument arrays of string. It is still possible to pass some values for the main method, so which is done the following syntax. So for executing a file, we always use a command java, then the class name. After the class name, you can pass n number of arguments. So whatever the values you are passing, all the values are being stored inside the string arguments. All the values are passed over here, always treated as strings. So the first value is getting stored inside the arguments of 0th index. The second argument will be stored in the arguments of first index. Likewise, it goes on. So we'll see how to pass an argument for the main method. So here we have a class simple, and here there is a small change in main method signature. Static and public are being swapped. So this is also a valid main Java main. And here inside the printer we are printing arguments of 0th index. So whenever you are printing arguments of 0, ensure that you are passing some value for arguments of 0. So for executing this file, we can use a command java, simple is a class name, then welcome is an argument. So the argument welcome is being stored in 0th index and which is getting printed on the console. Now we will discuss about another program where we are giving two numbers as an argument and we are trying to convert that into an actual integers. So for the given code, we have passed 10 and 20 as an argument. So both arguments are stored as a string. So we have to convert that string type into actual integer type. So for converting string type into an integer type, we use the class integer in Java and there is a method parseInt. So integer.parseInt you have to pass the string type integer. So that is being converted to an integer. Then you can make all the mathematical computations of an integer type. So here for translating string type number into an actual integer, we use integer class and the method parseInt. Then if you want to find the number of arguments which are passed, then there is an attribute length. So length is an attribute for an array for finding out the size of the array. So here the array name is args, so we are using something like args.length that returns the number of elements which are there in the array and we can able to print it. So for the given case, we are passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arguments. So first argument is capital A, second argument is capital B. Then we are trying to print the size of the array. So here the size of the array is 6. Likewise, for the second case, we are passing 3 words, Tom, John and Lee. So 3 words. So the size of the array is 3. Now what will happen? So here we have a sample Java class. We are going to run the file without passing any command line. We are not at all going to pass any command line argument. So if we are not passing any argument, the array size is 0. Then the 0 get printed. So the program compiles and executes successfully and it prints 0. So there are some good programming practices which is common across any programming language. So that is a way of writing a better code. So in Java, there are certain naming conventions. So for referring a class name should be always long. Example like student, then there is something like test student. If you have 2 words, then the first letter of both the words should be uppercase. Then for choosing the variable names are mixed with lowercase first letter. For example, the variable name is my width. It should start with lowercase. The second word should be, the first letter of the second word should be uppercase. And moreover, the variable name should be small and it should be meaningful, and one character variable name should be avoided. For temporary variables we can use, but most of the time one character variable names should be avoided, and the variable name should not start with underscore or dollar sign. Even though both are allowed, but we should not use it. Then regarding method name should be always verbs. Example like run, then there is a method get color. Suppose if you have two words for a method, the first letter of the second word should be uppercase. Then for creating commands in Java, you can have a single line command or block commands. So block commands can be used for multi-lines as a command statement. It should start with the forward slash star, then ends with star forward slash. Then for single line command, we can use double forward slash. Then the most important thing, number per line. So always one declaration per line is recommended. We cannot go with multiple declarations on a single line. So integer width is preferred over integer height, comma width. Then we also should not add different types on the same line. For example, integer height is a variable and width is an array. We should not merge these kind of different types in a single line.